Disney Plus, the ESPN app, everywhere. We're streaming live. We'll have our radio audience rejoin us in a moment. The highly anticipated new album from Zac Brown Band, Love and Fear, is available everywhere you get your music on Friday, December 5th. And this is what we call next level. To just give this thing an extra push, why not have a new residency at the Sphere open up the same exact day on Friday, December 5th? Wow. Zac Brown Band is going to be there, and get your tickets right now. The first week is already sold out, and Zac Brown is here in studio to talk about all of it.
Yeah,
good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
What is that case that you have down at the bottom
I brought
right
this
there?
for you.
I appreciate that.
So
what is this thing?
This is one of my companies. This is called a Deemer box.
Okay.
So it's a waterproof, weatherproof speaker box.
Okay.
40 hours of battery life. It's loud, great bass response. There's a phone charger inside. You charge your phone, but you can actually open it and lock up all your valuables wherever you are.
Dude.
Dropbox, you can float it. There's a plug that lives under the lid. You can put in here, tighten it down, then it's complete. You can float it.
Okay.
But I brought this for you.
Okay.
And also brought some biltong as well, which is some amazing jerky that's made right in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, Zach.
Look at this. Man, this is no joke. This is beautiful. Thank you. Very kind of you.
That's kind of like my purse when I'm traveling, and it's all my tunes. It's an extra phone charger. Keep all my valuables locked up in there.
And let me hold this up.
It's nice. Yep.
There you go.
And that's our new jerky.
That's the new jerky.
It's just online right now. And then I brought you a knife as well. I make knives, so we got
Dang.
in there is a good tool to throw in your pocket.
Yeah, I was reading up on that.
There you go.
Here we go. Zac Brown's Southern Grind.
Southern Grind.
Here it is. Okay. So everybody back off if you don't like my takes.
Love it.
Not to be all, aggressive, but I appreciate it. Thank you,
it's
sir.
a tool, man. I carry a knife and I use it many times a day, opening boxes, eating. There's a little spring inside the hole where the knife goes down in. You can kind of move that over.
Fantastic. I appreciate all that stuff.
sir.
Thank you. And my Deemer box and all this other great stuff in here. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm supposed to be giving you something to appear here.
No worries.
But instead, I guess I'll just give you the platform to talk about everything going on with you right now, huh?
Sounds good.
So December 5th is a big
December
day
5th.
in your life, I should say.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fantastic. December 5th is coming, and you're going to be in Vegas, and you're going to be having your new album drop. That's going to be a pretty cool day for you.
Yes, sir. A lot of things that the last 5 years I've been trying to figure out how to create a spectacle with production. And then a couple years into that journey of figuring out what we're going to do, found out about the Sphere and that they were building it. And my agent was like, you got to come see this thing. So we went and looked at the building and looked at it, and I was like, this is the place.
Unbelievable, right?
It's like a modern marvel.
It really is. It's like a wonder of the world. I've never seen anything quite like it. And I always said I will see anything in it. Obviously, your band is included in that. Back here on the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN Radio, presented by Progressive Insurance. Zac Brown is here. He just gave me a bunch of gifts, which I've got a mug for you. Perfect. There you go. That's a fair trade. Cheers. Cheers to you. Again, the highly anticipated new album from Zac Brown Band, Love and Fear, on December 5th. And that's also when you're going to go to the Sphere in Las Vegas to kick off a residency there. The first weekend is already sold out. We had Kenny Chesney on the show before he went into the Sphere.
Yes, sir.
And he was talking about how, you spend a lot of time syncing up your music to whatever's going on. I guess you can't call it the walls of the Sphere, but whatever's going on to sync it up. And that's a significant endeavor. Are you in the midst of doing that right now?
We are. We've been working on it 18 months. So we've had a lot longer runway than anyone else that's been able to go in there. So,
Sure.
And we're also telling a story. So that's the first one that I've seen. It'll be the first of its kind in that scenario. And the title, Love and Fear, you can boil most of your decisions in your life based out of one of those two things.
Yes.
And I try not to base my decisions on fear, but on the love of doing something and believing that it's a worthy cause. But the juxtaposition that we get to create in the content of being able to be there. So every one of the human emotions, we're going to try to pull on that string. There's like horror, jump scare moments, and then going on into soaring, beautiful things. So a rise and fall of all these things of tension and release and things, kind of like the storms we all go through in life, where we'll have really difficult times. It seems like things happen in 3s or 6s or 9s, like however many times. And then we get through those things, and all the hard things that ever happened to us, we look back on, and it's like I was learning something through that. I couldn't see it at the time, but it's just been life's been a series of those things for me, and getting to tell that story and about my childhood, about a lot of things that only people that were really close to me would know. Getting to do that and then create all the content behind everything. I got to work with a 40-piece orchestra for this. We recorded it for the album and filmed it for Sphere. We got a 20-piece choir.
That you're bringing into the Sphere with you?
Or no, we filmed them.
And so you'll be putting them...
We film them, yeah. Their content, we'll have them as part of it. But being able to...
That's going to be amazing.
Even the new album, we got a new song that just came out with Dolly, and it's called Butterfly. 40-piece orchestra on that. Getting to work with her, getting to have the orchestra on it, all things. Getting to produce an album that's on the level where there's really not... I'm just going big on everything. And the convergence of all the promotion. And we're all independent. So, we're not with a record label, and we've just put our own marketing dollars and our own efforts behind this to expose it, get it out, release some of the songs along the way. So some of the people that hear them in the Sphere, if they're fans, they've had a chance to kind of get to know some of the songs that we're doing, and then playing a lot of the songs that people would expect, playing some of the curveballs that we love to do cover-wise.
Sure.
But it's this is a love letter to our fans, and the amount of work that's gone into it and pulling something off on this level is just a reminder that we're not slowing down. We're in this, and we'll always be performing, and we owe a lot to our fans. They're the ones that have carried us through, decades and staying relevant. So this is a big statement for us, and getting to do it in that building is an honor, and getting to do it with the team of people we've got together.
My wife, U2, which was the first act to be in the Sphere in Las Vegas, and I just, when you say about a jump scare, I'm like wondering what that would look like, because you could feel like the walls are literally closing in that place. Like you better be careful. Like people better take their nitroglycerin before they come in to see you.
That's true.
If you're jump scaring them in the Sphere, because it is a sensor. I've never seen anything like. I felt kind of stupid too, because we showed up before everything was going on, and I saw the walls in there, and they were made of like these big cinder blocks, and I'm like, oh, there must be some sort of special type of material that you could beam this stuff on. And then when U2 started, the cinder blocks broke, and I'm like, oh, that was a projection the entire time. And I felt dumb. I felt stupid. Like I went in there, I'm like, oh, there's cinder blocks, and they're like, no, you could put whatever the hell you want on this thing.
That's right.
Which must give you such incredible creative freedoms when you got 18 months to figure this out with your music too, right?
Yeah, you're only limited by your imagination and your budget of what you can do in there, and the people that we've got helping create that content are really, really incredible.
Right.
And a lot of the tricks, optical illusions, things you can create in there. It's the only place that I've seen where you're in a building and you feel like you're outside. You feel the wind on your face watching the sunrise, and you can't discern that you're not making it up. A video.
There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And the fact that you're having your new album on the same day, that's how you do it, man. That's how you promote it. That's how you push it. That's how you distribute it. And that's how you're there for your fans. Again, Zach Brown of Zach Brown Band here on the Rich Eisen Show. We've never met, so apologies if this comes across in a different way. But I thought Love and Fear was about being a Falcon fan. No. Wow. No, I mean kind of is a little bit of both.
Yeah, you can apply that to a lot of things.
Am I wrong?
A lot of things in life.
My bad if I come across, but and that's your team, the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm from Atlanta, and home team, Falcons, Braves, Bulldogs.
Okay.
But I've got a lot of friends that play as well, and that have had played and retired, and so I've got different people I'll pull for depending on what's happening. But I played football 11 years.
You did?
Yeah, I did. And when I was 5 until I was 16, I played guard and tackle and then linebacker.
So you're in the trenches.
Yeah.
You're in the trenches.
Yeah, and I love the sport. And then I did judo in college, and that kind of opened my eyes to MMA, and that's really my favorite sport.
That is.
I mean, UFC is my.
So who's your fighter? Who are you particularly?
Man, probably Justin Gaethje's probably my favorite fighter, but lots of them over time. But I absolutely love that sport. I watch as much as I possibly can. I stream them all.
Would you have done it if you could?
No,
do it?
and I don't roll anymore because of my fingers. There's a lot of grip strength, a lot of things, grabbing gis and things, and I've got to protect my hands. So I don't roll anymore, but I love to watch people compete, and I love to watch the evolution of a sport, how much it's changed. And the worst fighter in the UFC now would have smashed anybody early on because everybody trains different disciplines.
Sure.
But that's definitely my favorite sport, and I study it.
That is.
Yep.
Okay. And then, and so Georgia Bulldogs must have given you some immense satisfaction in the last few years.
Absolutely, man. We waited 40 years to get another championship. But as a kid, most of my family went to UGA.
Okay.
And as a kid, riding back in the car with my dad from like deer camp when I was a kid, listening to Larry Munson on AM radio, broadcasting the dogs, and it's been a part of my life. And now my fiance, she's University of Texas.
Oh boy!
So she's a Longhorn. And I've got a daughter going to school there.
Where, in Austin?
Next year in Austin.
Okay.
So it's a house divided when they play each other, but otherwise I've got to pull for them. I got another daughter at Georgia Tech, which is a big rival right there in Georgia. But now I got to be a Tech fan too. So
Georgia Tech just came in with a big win.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah, and the Tech Georgia game last year, that quarterback, the amount of heart that kid has, man, it's pretty special. So got lots of teams now.
You sure do.
Yeah.
I mean, Texas is as big a rival as you might have for the whole shooting match this year.
Yep.
Okay, so when that happens, what does things
I'm
look
a
like in the
dog on
Zach
that
Brown
day.
household?
But if I'm watching Texas and
That
going to
is-
the games with my lady, I got to be a UT fan, and my daughter's going there. So I inherited these other teams, but lifelong Bulldog fan.
But I do believe November 15th, is that the day? Okay, so it'll be 20 days before your Sphere. I don't know. Will you be in Vegas at that point in time, or
we'll be
getting
doing
ready?
rehearsals. We'll be
I bet you
getting
will be.
ready.
Okay.
I haven't gotten to see. I'm a couple weeks away from seeing all the content in the Sphere. We've been using,
VR
headsets now to see everything,
Jeez,
and
isn't this amazing?
resolution's not quite the same, but
That is so cool.
but yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to point out that you might not be in the same room as your fiance for this game.
I think
You know what I mean?
we'll be together for that game. Even if I got stuff going on, we'll be watching it. And we can be friends after.
You have ways, yeah.
Yeah.
You have ways to make sure that you can all be together for that thing. Zach Brown is here. So your Falcons, man. I mean, like week one looked good until the very end. Week 2 was just dynamite. Week 3 was like, what was that? Here in the
think
NFL.
we're in transition again, man. I think we're finding our foothold again. But it's just as a kid, going to games, going to and my kids, being able to take them, and Arthur Blank is a dear friend. He's such a great man, such a sweet man.
He's been such a good friend of NFL Network over the 22 years.
An incredible force as well,
right?
In philanthropy and sports and everything. So, gotta root for. I'm not fair weather, but it's exciting to have some new blood, some new chance to try to pull some things together. The transition may take another year.
And you have performed at a Super Bowl, correct? You were telling me back there. I remember this as well.
Yeah, I sang the anthem at the Patriots-Falcons Super Bowl, and it's 28-3 at halftime. We're celebrating and watching them get oxygen and coming back, and some of the catches that Edelman made in that game. And so part of my exercise regimen for a lot of years was playing Madden. So I'd get on like an arc trainer, like an elliptical, and I'd play Madden. So that was the era that I was playing Patriots on Madden, playing against, friends and crew and stuff like that whenever I would get some exercise. So it was a good way to like take your mind off of cardio.
Sitting there thinking, I sung the national anthem here today. This is one of the greatest days of my entire life. I sing the national anthem in a Super Bowl.
Brutal.
Atlanta's up 28-3 in a Super Bowl. And did you think you had something to do with it at that point in time? A little part of you? Were you sitting there watching?
I withdraw any claims that I had anything to do with the success of that game. But that was a tough one. Tough loss.
Matt Ryan's one of my favorite people to meet, too. Matt Ryan's just a great dude.
Guy.
So who you mentioned that you have friends who are playing in the league that are also...
J.J. Watt was a great friend. And watching my kids get him out at Foursquare at the house was pretty fun. And then he'd get mad, and when he'd hit the ball, it would turn into a frisbee as it flies through the air.
Makes sense. That tracks.
Playing with him and his brother, and TJ, and being able to just hang out and play Foursquare, and we have a nonprofit, a campus that we built called Camp Southern Ground, and it's like a college, university quality campus. we do kids camps there. So me and JJ snuck through the woods while camp was going on, and the kids are out playing games and stuff, and jumped in and got to play with them and hang out.
Yes.
And Matt Stafford's a friend. And
he's in line for another Super Bowl.
Him coming through UGA and getting to be friends with him.
Go.
And,
okay.
Great guy. So got to pull for my boys when they're playing.
Yeah, Stafford. He was this close to 3-0 this past weekend too, and he's got a real shot to win one more and make the Hall of Fame. I'm not mincing any words here.
Yeah.
He's that good. I mean, I think he's now he's over 60,000 yards in his career. I think he just tied Matt Ryan for most touchdown passes in a career.
Yeah.
I mean, he's right there.
Yeah,
he's right there.
I'm happy for him.
He's a Georgia guy. Okay, so he's one to go. So before I let you go, what makes a good song? I know I'm going really sort of esoteric here on you. What do you think makes a good song, Zach Brown?
I think it's the relatability. I think when someone hears it and they can feel part of themselves in that song.
Yep.
I think a great song bridges together our human experiences that we have. If I write a song about my daughters and share that, if someone else that's a dad can hear that song and it hits them hard, that kind of transcendence of emotion, and certain songs are just like, I have a new song out with Snoop, and that one's just for fun. And then I have the song with Dolly, which I wrote about for my kids, and getting to have one that really makes you feel something. It's like great art. When you look at great art and you look at a 2D object and it makes you feel something, a song is the same way, and descriptively putting it in a setting and putting it in some way that it relates to someone. And so that's what I'm chasing. I'm chasing things that are common between us, and learning from like Willie Nelson and Dolly and other incredible songwriters. You can state something very simply, but on a lot of levels, it goes really deep in understanding it on the surface. But a great song marries together that message that connects us as human beings with an incredible melody, with harmony, with the timing of how it drops, with what it is. And you're searching for that chill bump moment where someone's listening to a song and it makes them cry, or it makes them have chills, or it makes them do that. And it's that combo of all those things kind of happening. And having 9 people in my band, it's more important what they don't play than what they do, because the space is just as important as the noise. So we're always trying to serve the song, and everybody in my band has such incredible musicianship. And ultimately, when we write a song, we figure out what kind of dress it's going to wear. Sometimes it's this big extravagant thing, and sometimes it's just very minimal. It's just like a guitar and a fiddle and voices. So there's a good mix of that on the new album, and I think it's one of the last forms that's relevant of American poetry, like what connects us as human beings.
Which is important in this day and age, to say the least. You got a good Willie Nelson story for me before I let you go?
Oh, I love Willie. And Willie and Dolly are like in such rare air. There'll never be another one of either one of them.
When'd you meet him?
Willie, I've met Willie several times. We opened up for him a long time ago, and I come on the bus and I walk through 2 or 3 elderly gentlemen that work with him that are kind of halfway passed out, kind of stoned, sitting there, and then I come in and I sit down at a booth, and it's like a carved booth like you'd have like at the Waffle House, like, but it's nice, and you're sitting there, and and he's rolling one, and he's talking, and he's trying to get you to partake before you go on and play, which he loves to do. He loves to try to just give people a smash so they go out, and then he likes to watch what happens. So you had to turn down. I couldn't do it. I had to turn down smoking with Willie because I had to work. But what an incredible guy, man! What an incredible legacy. And his son Lucas is a great friend. I've got a new song called "The Sum," S-U-M, which is really relevant in my life right now. It's one of the most personal songs that we've ever written, and wrote it with Lucas, with his son.
That's
He was
awesome.
just such a sweetheart and such an incredible talent as well.
What a neat thing for you to be able to, write a song with Willie Nelson's son and turn down Willie Nelson when he's offering you something. And then Dolly Parton too, man. I mean, like, you want to talk about legend as well, to be around
Kendra,
her.
my fiance, is really close with her as well and makes a line of jewelry for her. And we have a lot of ties that way, but there's not a sweeter, more talented, brilliant, beautiful human on the earth than Dolly.
Dude, what a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the gifts.
You're welcome.
The mug is
pleasure.
yours to keep.
Thank you.
My pleasure. And again, Love and Fear is available everywhere you get your music on Friday, December 5th. And then on that night, along with the release of the new Zac Brown Band album, A Residency in the Sphere. Awesome. And I can't wait for you to show off your talents with this remarkable sensory experience.
Thank you.
In the Sphere. And so how long does the residency last? Just
December and January.
Okay. All right. So,
Yep.
so you're spending New Year's in Vegas pretty much, or?
Not sure.
Okay. We'll work on it.
Yeah, not sure. I'm going to be in the middle of it.
Got it.
It's a lot of moving parts, a lot of things.
Well,
so.
it'll be if you're in Vegas, want to go to Vegas, now you got a reason to do exactly that. What a pleasure to have you here anytime you want.
Thanks, Rich.
Come
Appreciate
back.
you, man.
Zac Brown, everybody.